Welcome back, sports fans, to your OVC Insider. As always, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And in today's news, we have some exciting news about Murray State.
That's right, bracket busters were released, and Murray State was chosen to be one of the 26 teams to be televised on ESPN's family of networks out of the 142 teams chosen during bracket busters.
That's right, Murray State will be hosting number 18 seed St. Mary's on February 18th at 5 o'clock on an ESPN channel, coming to you.
And we also spoke to Murray State's coach about the release of who they were playing, so here's a look at that.
Yeah, it's a national televised ESPN game, 5 o'clock our time, I think 6 o'clock Eastern, so it'll be a great crowd, sellout crowd most likely, and the national audience will get a chance to watch what I think is a very, very good basketball team in Murray State and also a very good basketball team in St. Mary's.
Do you feel like this is a chance to really, validate what you guys have done, nationally with a matchup like this?
I don't know if validate's the right word. Our guys have done a tremendous job up to this point to be 21-0, to win against Dayton, to win Southern Miss game in Alaska, to win at Memphis, to have 3 top 35 RPI wins. I don't know how many people in the country are 3-0 against the top 35. To also be, have the most road wins in college basketball, to be undefeated on the road, and to have one of the tougher non-conference schedule when you look at the top teams in the country. So I don't know if it's validation, but it's another opportunity to get a very good win.
Also, once again, every OVC school is going to be chosen for a bracket buster game.
And here's a look at the upcoming schedule. All games will be played on February 18th. So here's our non-televised OVC schools bracket busters. Also in basketball news, we recently spoke to the SEMO coach, Dickie Nutt, about their upcoming game against Murray State. He spoke to us about what Murray State's success meant to the conference.
Obviously, Murray State has separated themselves from everybody, a lot of people in the country, with their ranking, and it does so much for our league. People ask me every day and all the time about Murray State, and it just does so much for our league, and we're so proud of them and what they've been able to accomplish because of our league. Now, but when they play us, obviously we want them to lose. But Thursday's a big game. It's a big game for us. I do believe that we are playing with a little confidence right now. We're playing good. I think our guys are looking forward to that. We know that we have a tremendous challenge ahead of us. But it's one of those games where I really feel like that we can go and be loose and play and just relax and play, and we're going to have to do a lot of things well to stay on the court with those guys, but we are looking forward to it. I do think it's big for our team and our program, and just trying to make just trying to progress a little bit with some steps in the right direction, and we've been able, like I told our team last night at the end of the bus ride, is that we've been able to kind of, so to speak, take care of some business and took care of everything that we were supposed to. Maybe one slip there, but up until this moment, now we have a chance to go and take another step. And we have a very inexperienced team. I say that before this season. Now, this year has certainly we have gained some experience, but we do have a lot of young guys, and they have not played on the level that we're getting ready to play on Thursday night, and so this would all be a big test for us.
There are some incredible numbers coming out of Tennessee Tech, with the senior Kevin Murphy scoring 50 points in his last game against SIUE.
These 50 points that he scored was the most in Division I basketball this season. He started off the game ranked 13th nationally in points per game, but this game raised him up to 21.3 points per game, which makes him now 6th in the nation.
I mean, he did whatever he wanted to last night. I thought, I thought we allowed him, and I thought he was good enough to get going early, and he had everything going in the right direction for him. I thought his teammates really helped him and put him in position to make plays. But he scored in every different way. He scored on penetration to the basket. He scored on backdoors. He scored on catching and shooting. He scored at the free throw line. We used several guys to guard him, and it was just one of those nights for him. But again, I think he's a really, really good player, and one of the elite players in the conference. And there's no question he's had a 35-point game before this year, and last night he just got it going, and I thought he just did a tremendous job as far as scoring and helping them win. But I wish we could have guarded him better, but at the same time, it was just his night last night.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling.
In women's basketball news, we had 5 EIU Panthers score double figures in their last game against Murray State, which makes them still the only remaining OVC school that is undefeated in conference play. So stay tuned to the OVC Insider for more results on how the season turns out.
And in rifle news, we have the championship coming up this weekend, so stay tuned for more exciting news about that. Super Bowl Sunday's coming up, and the Ohio Valley Conference actually has 3 people tied to this game.
Yes, we have 2 former student athletes that are going to be playing for the New England Patriots in Indianapolis this weekend, and we also have 1 GM. This includes former Eastern Kentucky defensive back Antoine Molden and former SEMO offensive lineman Dan Connolly for the New England Patriots. The third person is New York Giants general manager Jerry Reese, who played football at UT Martin.
And in golf news, we had Jacksonville State's men's team and Murray State's women's team to be ranked number 1 seed in the preseason poll.
That's right. As voted by the coaches, Jacksonville State got 7 of the 9 votes in the preseason polls. Here's a look at the order that it finished in. And the women's votes were a lot closer, as Murray State got 4 out of the 8 votes. Defending champion Morehead State got a close second. Here's a look at their polls. Baseball season's about to start, and the OVC Insider will be featuring the preseason polls next week, so stay tuned to see how they turn out.
That's right. And we also have some interesting news coming out of baseball. From Jacksonville State, we had Todd Hornsby, and from Morehead State, Matt Duncan, to be put on top relief pitcher watch list for the NCAA Division I baseball.
And that will be all for this week's episode of the OVC Insider, so keep following us on Facebook and Twitter. See you next week.